Okay, for our final bug bounty hunt, we're going to actually use Proxyman here, and my device here is already jailbroken. So I'm going to go to my settings real quick and just make sure that I have SSL kill switch installed. I'm going to just toggle this on and off to make sure that I'm breaking SSL pinning. Now I'm going to go to the Apple App Store here, and this time we're going to do the Kohl's app. So I'm just going to click Get here on the application. It's going to install the application and ask for my Apple ID password. I'm going to sign in there and download this application. Now again, if we wanted to analyze this application locally, all we need to do is open AnyTrans here. Okay, so here's AnyTrans running on my MacBook. Looks like the Kohl's app has downloaded successfully. I'm gonna just search here, Kohl's in AnyTrans. I'm gonna click download here, and now I'll supply my Apple ID again. Okay, I'm gonna click download here. It's now downloading the application. Okay, here it is, downloading. Let me move the iPhone out of the way real quick. Okay, now I'm going to click to Mac here for the Kohl's app. And I'm just going to save this into my documents folder. Actually, I'm going to make a brand new folder and just call this one Kohl so we have this organized. Okay, and now it has downloaded the app. I'm going to click View Files here on my MacBook. This will open it up in the Finder window. Go to Documents here. Go to the Kohl's folder, and we have our new AnyTrans export here. So here's our IPA file. Again, we could just right click this, click duplicate. This will make a copy of the application, and I'm going to rename this one to payload.zip. Click use zip. Now we're going to open our new zip folder and take a look at everything that's in there. Okay, so here's our payload folder. I'm going to click in there. Again, we have our iTunes metadata.plist. We add our meta folder. We have our payload folder. I'm going to click payload. And now I'm going to right click and click show package contents for the Kohl's app. And this will open it up for our static analysis process. And there's tons of things in this application. Looks like a really big application. Again, we would want to take a look through all this. So now you can actually see the difference between the sizes of some of these applications. This one is obviously huge. There's some wallet certifications in here, certificates. We want to go find the info.plist here. You can see how the size of this application compares to other ones. There's also this interesting www folder. Maybe there is some interesting things in there. Let's actually take a look real quick. Looks like some different JavaScript, things like that. Maybe they're running like a iframe kind of thing of certain parts of the website. Okay, we're back here in the Kohl's.app. Here, we want to try to go down and find the info.plist. You can find some other plist files here. I'm going to just keep scrolling down through this. So we have menu.json, some different plist files. See if we can find the info.plist. It's probably near the top since this is alphabetical. There it is, info.plist. Just going to open this up real quick so we can just take a look together. Obviously, this application is huge. We're going to have to go through a lot of these different folders and everything to see what is happening. There's some config files like config.xml here. Very interesting things to take a look at from a static analysis process perspective. I'm opening this info.plist in Xcode. Let me drag that over here to our folder. Okay, so here's our info.plist. You can see some Google API keys, some different app keys that are stored in here. Lots of different things in this info.plist. So you'd want to take a look through here and see if you can enumerate anything out of here. We see this also d.us.criteo. That would be kind of out of scope since it's a different URL, but still something interesting to look at. So obviously this application is much bigger than the other one that we took a look at, but this is also interesting as well. All right, let's actually go over to our iPhone now and try to interact with the application and see what happens. So here I am on my iPhone, and I'm just going to go to the Kohl's app here, and we already have everything set up for our proxy, so we should start to see some traffic coming through here on ProxyMan. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and see if we can see anything coming in. I have some stuff for port 8082. I'm going to click cancel here, allow, and click agree here. I'm going to click continue here. Looks like it has some ability to use cookies here, which is interesting, allowing you to track activity across the company's app and website. I'm going to click allow on that. And here we can see that we can search for things like, say, jeans. Kohl's is a U.S. retailer that sells clothing. So here we go. We have lots of different jeans and stuff. So we know that we're intercepting the application traffic successfully. We can actually see some stuff coming through here. Don't know why we have this port 8082 stuff. This might be because of mobile assistant. Let me make sure that that's off. I don't have it installed, so not sure what that all is about. But let's keep on going down here. See if we can see any URLs for kohls.com. Yep, here we go. So we have like maps.kohls.com, kohls.sc.omtred. We can actually try to say search again and see if we can intercept this traffic. Click search. We can see this kohls.com. I'm going to click enable only this domain. This is going to allow us to break the SSL pinning, and I'm actually going to pin this one. So I'm going to pin this to my favorites. Now we can see kohls.com. So we should be able to, if I click search again, start to see some of the traffic coming through for kohls.com. Yep, here we go. So we can see like features. We're seeing the requests and responses here. So now if we wanted to repeat one of these requests, say using ProxyMan, we could just click edit and repeat here. We could also edit these things. So if we wanted to repeat this one in particular, we could just click edit and repeat. It'll pull up the request here, and we'd be able to go ahead and manipulate any of these headers or parameters that we wanted to if it was sending more information. Looks like this one's not really sending all that much. Maybe there's other Kohl's URLs here that would be part of this. So we'd have to go back through and look through all these URLs that might be related to Kohl's. Like here we can see that ProxyMan's intercepting like kohls.scene7. Probably lots of other ones here, like api-bd-kohls.com. We could enable this domain as well. I'm just going to pin that so it's nice and organized up at the top. Okay, and like we can go to like api.kohls.bd, and we should be able to see some of this stuff coming through if I do like another search in the application. Yep, you can see that it's starting to populate some of the requests here. So you'd want to try to go ahead and collect all the URLs out of here that would be related to Kohl's and use ProxyMan to enable and disable the SSL pinning here. So you'd be able to see the requests and responses. And again, just like before, we could edit this and repeat. It's a little bit more manual with Proxyman as opposed to Burp Suite, but I did want to show you one of these where I'm using Proxyman instead of Burp Suite to intercept some of the application traffic. So obviously what I would do next in this case is go through the application step by step. So I'm able to see every single one of these URLs, like go to Kohl's charge, see the sign-in page there, make an account, see if I can see other users' accounts information, things like that. Shop by category, go to the different aspects of this application, like the gift cards here, see if the URL maybe for redeeming a gift card is available, and just keep on enumerating everything out of the application until I've hit every single part of the app. You can see here, you can create like a new list here, so this is some interesting functionality. You can sign up for an account, create a list of the things that you're interested in. Maybe there's a possibility to see other users' lists if they're not properly securing that. Again, I would go back to the static analysis process, take a look through that gigantic app folder that we downloaded by using AnyTrans, and look through there for anything that might be sensitively stored from a static analysis process. Other things you could try to do is open like the logs of the iPhone to see if anything's being stored sensitively in the logs. You could also obviously try to take any of those URL calls, try to manipulate the parameters and things like that. For example, here, the headers, for example, you can see they have like an X channel here. You can see if the response changes if you change this to Android from iOS, for example. You can mess with the body as well to see what kind of vulnerabilities might be out there. I'm not going to go through the entire analysis process for this Kohl's app, but that could be left for you to do as kind of a capstone of this course. So I hope that this gives you a good insight into how to do an analysis in an app directly from the App Store, and I hope that you have good luck with your bug bounty hunts in the future.